Good afternoon, chat. Oh my goodness, I am fugly, so what? Okay. um, we haven't brushed our hair in forever, and we're never going to, I don't think. So, welcome. Today, we are playing a little bit of the continuation of one of our favorite games right now, Hunter Call of the Wilds. We are continuing through the Yukon Valley nature reserves of Alaska.
I'll send this picture over to Sandy. Her team takes care of the Yukon Valley website.
Alright, what is the goal right now? Travel to the bent tree near the train tracks. Oh, that's right. That's the last thing I was doing, was heading to the train tracks right there. Well, you know what I'm gonna do. Get me an ATV to make this a little bit easier. Hmm. So I do need to hit some stuff with this.
I've only ever seen one landslide in person, and that was from the air. Even from up there, it was a shocking display of natural force. It was all I could do to land the plane before the storm overtook me. Some of my team are still recording the after effects of the storms. I've heard reports of huge trees with deep roots that are now at precarious angles and might need to be cut down. We're lucky to have such isolated incidents. Other reserves have reported landslides. It's hard to tell what caused this tree to tip over. I guess the big question is how to do this properly. But I trust you to get the job done. I hope you can make do with a hatchet. Great work out there. The train is behemoth. I honestly don't think a single tree would do more than dent it in a collision. But I'd rather not take the chance and risk a serious accident. Speaking of the train, it's due to pass by at any moment. I'd stay clear of the tracks if I were you. Keeping that railroad open is a big responsibility for us. Not only is it essential for a lot of trade out here, but the bridge brings tourists in from all over the place. I'd like a good picture of the bridge, one that we can put on our website. See if you can snap it while the train is passing over it. That'll look great. I used to come out to this corner of the reserve with my family. We'd spend long weekends camping, and I'd teach my youngest daughter, Tara, how to shoot. My older daughter, Deanna, was still an angry teenager who needed convincing to take part in any activity. She'd always be laughing and having fun by the end of the trip, though. Those trips are some of my favorite memories. It brought us all closer as a family. Being alone together. That looks like a good spot to take the photo. Here's me talking about my family vacations when I can't even remember the last time I had dinner with my wife. Her birthday was what? A month ago? I think I'm probably overdue to take her out somewhere nice. Next up, head over to an outpost that we're replacing. Not too far from where you are just now. The cabin was lost in the Yukon forest fire 2 years ago, and we're in the process of replacing it with a temporary trailer, equipped with some more modern facilities. Due to the level of damage that was sustained by this area of the reserve, it has attracted several researchers who would like to perform long-term studies in the region. The Yukon Forest will host our first research outpost trial. Oh, and in case you're unaware, Yukon is the native word for wolf. The fire destroyed part of the forest, but the wolves are still out there. I'd make sure you keep your rifle fully loaded at all times while you're in wolf country. I look forward to your call when you find the outpost.
Word. Oh, that's wolf country. Never mind. I don't wanna. I wanna be on this.
I saw the fires that tore through that forest, and I still struggle to accept just how quickly the landscape can transform into smoldering ash. Believe it or not, we got lucky. It could have been a lot worse. Maybe lucky isn't the right word. We lost too much. This is the Basri Memorial Outpost, or at least it will be, once you get it up and running. Ranger Crawford has left the supplies that we need for the finishing touches. He was going to set it up himself, but his wife went into labor just as he got here, so he had to rush back to town. The
Level up.
workstations look like they're ready to go.
Level
If
up.
this trial goes well,
Level
we
up,
might
chat.
see more researchers
Level up.
setting up camp across the reserve.
Yes,
For
sir.
now, though, let's get things powered up. The supplies will include fuel for the generator.
Yes. My back is itchy from wearing my back support. I've always got hair on it and stuff, dog hair, and it's sitting against my skin, irritating it. Oh, I gotta be outside? Yep.
Just stick a little fuel in the generator and fire it up. And we're in business. Good. I'll let our researchers know they're welcome to visit when they're ready. Of course, you can sleep here and restock your supplies, just like any other outpost. The outpost is just the first part of our restoration efforts. The supply should contain a couple of things that you're going to need for your next job. Planting new saplings. Take the bag of spruce saplings and the shovel, and let me mark a spot for you on your map. It's a tough road ahead for this part of the reserve. The fire burnt away a huge chunk of the forest. But with any luck, a program of replanting will gradually bring life back. I hope to see it happen in my lifetime.
Retrieve the shovel saplings. Ah.
I was in Yukon Forest during the night of the fire. We predicted a few spots as potential fire sites, and we're doing our best to prepare. But there were too few of us, too much It was getting too dangerous. You're in the right spot. I haven't been out to that corner of the reserve for quite a while now. Three saplings should be enough for now. Can you see the shell of the old tree? It was the first casualty when it was struck by lightning and went up in flames.
My dog scared me.
We lost more than the trees that night. It took less than 5 minutes for the blaze to take hold and travel towards us. Our rookie trooper, Omid Bazzi, was the only one not accounted for. Kendrick! Where are you? When I found his radio, a part of me knew straight away that we'd lost him. I wanted to go further in and look for him, but the fire was impenetrable. The wall of heat was advancing and I couldn't stay there. I just made it out before the fire consumed where I'd been standing seconds before. We went back as soon as the fires had died down and started looking. We found him, but it was as we'd feared. The outpost here is dedicated to him. We all take a special interest in overseeing the restoration of the area where we lost him. Naturally, it was a tough time for the whole team, but it brought us closer together. We supported each other and Brasry's family. You do what you can, right? We devoted ourselves to our work, and we work to ensure it never happens again. Today's undertaking to replace lost trees is another step in revitalizing Yukon Forest. On my last flyby, I definitely saw some movement down there. Can you scout around for tracks in the burnt forest? I'm keen to see what animals are returning to the region. finding tracks out there is a good sign. There might not be a lot of cover or food yet, but at least some animals are starting to come back. I don't have any more work for you out in Yukon Forest, but I just received a message from a research team that could probably use a little assistance. Let me speak with them, and I'll be in touch with you shortly.
Nice.
I have a new job for you. One of Yukon Vally's research teams have asked if we can help them to fix a piece of the equipment they're using to track animals around the reserve. There is a box of parts that you'll need to pick up, sitting in one of our outposts. I'll mark it on your map. Normally, I'd tell them we're too busy for this, but they need to wrap up their research before winter settles on the reserve. It'll be a much easier job if we help them out, and I'd like to keep working with them next year. I'll call you when you're getting close to the outpost. We can limit the fires that are being started by people, but the lightning strikes where it wants.
Yeah, Alaska's really bad at being able to maintain fires. Alright, my TV's way back there. Come on. Pushing all the wrong buttons, chat.